Hello, Aquarians. This is Tarot by Tess. I'm talking a little bit lower because I'm in the living room and the walls are thin. I didn't want to stay up in the other room because I'm facing a wall and I just couldn't take it. So I'm down here and I wanted to get you guys in. So this is just going to be the spread that I've been mainly doing, which is current situation, issue, obstacle, or fate. What will help you? What's your strength that will help you do the steps? What else could pop up for you? What could be a dare or a challenge? And then what your potential outcome is should you follow the steps. And then I'll look at the bottom of the deck. And I don't have a clarifying except for regular playing cards down here. So that's what you guys are getting. Okay. So what is the current situation for Aquarians for the month of Nineteen? Now, this is the current situation, but it did not start till I already saw it, so I'll hold one more. Why is the Six of Swords here as the current? Okay, that flipped over real good. Hermit. Okay. What is the issue, obstacle, or fate? Oh, okay. Well, you're definitely getting something you want. Sheesh. So it looks like you're just going to have a fate rather than an obstacle. Alright. So what's going to help the Aquarians with their destiny and their fate? I need two cards. Death and Seven of Swords reversed. Okay. Some of you be dealing with a Scorpio or a Virgo. Alright, what is your strength that's going to help you with the steps that will help you with your issue, obstacle, or fate? Queen of Pentacles reversed. You pull another card. It's not like pulling people for strength. Another person is another queen. Queen of Cups. So you'd be dealing with a water sign or again an earth sign. So some people are dealing with Scorpios, some people are dealing with Virgos. And since we have two queens, I'm afraid there'd be either gossip. Usually there's three in that case, but maybe you just don't have a whole lot of friends. Or another party. Because we do have Seven of Swords reversed. Okay, give me another card for Aquarian strength that will help them with their issue, obstacle, or fate. So maybe people that are going to help you. Yeah, we got another person. A Knight of Cups. Okay, I'm going to stop asking because I keep getting people. So somebody's going to help you. It's not within yourself, I don't believe. But I will talk about the personalities of those people in case that's part of your personality or you'll recognize who they are. Although if you're an avid tarot reader or watcher, then you probably already know. All right, the next one is what might pop up for you. It could be an obstacle, could be an issue. Hello, Striker. Or a dare from the cards. Something that needs to be fixed. Three of Pentacles reversed. Okay. What is the potential outcome for Aquarians for the month of Teen? We'll do King of Wands, but I'll pull something else because Strikers kind of get me a little bit. He keeps wanting to hit the cards that I'm shuffling. He's a little punk, aren't you? He sees something moving, he has to attack it. Okay. Oh, you got a lot. Okay. I'm just going to read them as I go. The bottom of the deck, Eight of Swords. So I don't know what your outcome is yet. This could be right now. And you may end up with it in reverse. Or this could just be the whole way through. You're getting something you want, but be careful. It's actually what you want. Okay, current situation. Moving on from something. And I think you're single because you have the Hermit. Somebody could have left. This is usually a healing thing. And this is being single and getting your healing. And I see moving away. Well, I pulled it this way. So maybe moving away from a water sign and moving towards an earth sign, possibly Virgo. Or you're just going out and researching something. Searching for the truth. Some of you may be, well, we have the teacher card here with the Hermit. So some of you could be moving to a different school like me. I do see a little bit of travel. Not much. So I don't think you'll go too far. Man. I start talking on camera and all of a sudden, throat must be scratchy. All right, so you had 4 cards that came out for your issue, obstacle, or fate, we have Six of Wands, so I think you are getting a promotion of some sort. And this is also a traveling card. Just be aware that there may be somebody a little shady, because this is a frenemy card as well, if you know the backstory. If you don't, look up the backstory for Six of Wands. It's not too great, but it can be good. Okay, but I just see if you get something great, don't rest on your laurels. Okay. All right, but it's a victory card. So if you do move on, because we have Six of Swords and then Six of Wands, so those tell me they go together. It's like you're moving on and you're going to better places. So good. And now we have Nine of Cups. This is getting a wish and being like the boss. Like you're the big man, right? So maybe you're leaving the teaching profession and you're becoming the principal. Okay, that's just an example. This is really good. I like that you guys are getting it. But always, be careful what you wish for, because it may not be exactly what you think it is. I mean, not like it's a setup, but somebody's just not being very forthright about the benefits, I think. Because when I see him, there's always like something behind the curtain. I don't know. All right, Two of Swords reversed. This is making a decision and being lied to. Okay. Scorpio's got this. That's the only reason I'm really remembering it right now. And you have Scorpio in here. Now, they weren't lying to somebody necessarily. It could have been, but this is saying you're going to see it. Okay. So good. And plus, when the Six of Wands is upright, it says you don't fall into the trap, or you narrowly escape it. And this is making a definite decision. And I'm glad you did, because otherwise the Tower would have to come in. All right, Ace of Swords reversed. There's, again, I see lying. You're going to need to cut somebody out. And this is not seeing things very clearly, waiting to hear from somebody. Maybe you were offered a job and you're waiting to hear from somebody and you still haven't heard from them. And you're like, what's going on? And you feel like maybe you can't move because we have Eight of Swords over here. Like maybe there's something you can't do. But Eight of Swords says, Scorpio will save you from the situation. So, usually anyway. We do have a Scorpio in here, and that's what's going to help you. So, again, we have another person, and then we have two water signs over here. So, it could be a Scorpio, or even a Virgo, because we have Queen of Pentacles reversed. And with Death, this says you always need to change your mind about something. Like, change your attitude. Oh, especially with the Hermit. Okay. There's something you're going to have to change your mind about. And this does say, be careful what you wish for. So you can get something you want and then realize it's something you didn't really know it was going to be. Because Ace of Swords reversed is something in excess, but not necessarily good. You notice we have 3 over here, and that equals 6. We have a lot of 6s in here. So I'm definitely seeing the need to change. Normally I would say change mind, which I do think it needs to be in here. We only have 1 8 card thus far that I can tell. So I'm thinking it's changing a belief. I can't remember what 6s are. I didn't bring a cheat sheet with me for numbers. Sorry. If you want to look up what 6s mean, it's really prevalent here. Okay, that's your issue, obstacle, or fate. So it's like a fate, but it's also a little bit of an issue. I didn't think it was going to... I still see you being very successful. So, yeah. Okay. Interesting. Some of you could be walking down the aisle because we have 6 of Wands, and that reminds me of going down the aisle. It's like you made the decision to go down the aisle. Okay. Okay, what could help you? We have Death. So letting go of the past, which I see you're already really doing it. So also a Scorpio. I'm also seeing the need to kind of get your passion back, even, sexually. Okay. This Scorpio is a very powerful kind of card. Like they rule everything. And with the 6 of Wands and 9 of Cups in here, I'm seeing if you're the boss, you need to rule. And perhaps you're not coming across as very assertive to, it looks like your job. And this is a powerful card. This is saying, like, your death coming through, you decide whether or not people live or die, That's what I'm seeing. And it's clarified by 7 of Swords, reversed, which is taking your power back. Okay? Especially from people who might be sneaky. I'm seeing you have to do something a little underhanded, okay? Not in a negative way, because I would never tell people to do bad things. Perhaps it's just not being so forthright, like a lie by omission, perhaps. That's what I'm seeing. The need to do something without somebody knowing about it so you can get your power back. But I do see your need to move on, because you need to be really looking at the past, even though you've moved on, you still be really contemplating it a whole lot, because 7 means swords or thoughts, and then we have the hermit who's contemplating. And if we have these 2 of swords here, it's like you've made a decision. You can finally see something. Ace of swords means that you may not be very happy. Okay, I will tell you, Ace of swords reversed is a defeat, or it's a forced triumph. Like you're having to force yourself to feel victorious, or you got the job, with a unethical means, like somebody just gave it to you because of your race or because of your mom, that kind of thing. That may be something that people may not like you for that reason. And so I'm seeing you're going to have to show them who's boss. Okay. All right. So what's your strength that's going to help you? Well, I see a water sign, possibly 2, 1 male, 1 female. This is a Cancer card. This is typically Pisces, but they're both water signs, and you do have Scorpio in here. This is isolation, and this is making an offer. They could both, these are both emotionally balanced. She's somebody you can go to, okay? She's the empathetic caregiver, the safe harbor. You go to her when you're in trouble, okay? And then he makes all these offers, usually about romance, but a lot of creativity too, okay? And he can make a lot of things, but he just can't deliver, or he's not there very long. He's just here to be the messenger and go. In fact, he could be the messenger for the queen. So whoever this Queen of Cups is, it may be you, because you could have water in your chart. You send somebody on a mission, okay, like a career kind of thing, to make a proposal to somebody, and that could help you out. And we have Queen of Pentacles reversed. This is a workaholic. She is focused on work, so much so she can't even relax. And Queen of Cups is, she's isolated. So I think you've been focusing on some kind of love, something that you had to leave behind, and you've been concentrating on work. And I think that's going to help you. But just don't get trapped in that cycle, okay? I've been there, done that, and it just leads to burnout, and she's going to burn out. I also see that you end up being a little bit isolated because you work so much, and that might help you avoid any kind of frenemy type of thing. And this person also offers apologies. So you have to apologize to somebody if at any point you were the frenemy or you did have to do something. I get this feeling, not that you're doing anything bad, because I've kind of advised you to do this thing, okay? So what I'm seeing is almost like you have to do something and then ask permission later or apologize later. That's what I'm getting. Because sometimes there's just things that have to be done and it doesn't follow the rules. And you gotta assert your power and say, this is what's best. Okay, that's what I see. All right, what might pop up for you? 3 of Pentacles reversed. You might lose your job, okay? Like you get it. Now, that doesn't mean you get fired. It could be that you're quitting because you realized it wasn't all it cracked up to be and you felt trapped. And perhaps a Scorpio comes in and says, hey, work for me. Now, I do want to talk, because this is a 3 card, and this reminds me of, infidelity. Okay, and I did see a little bit. We have 2 queens. Okay. You might get a promotion at work when you lose a job somewhere else, because one of your coworkers hires you, so they're probably the boss, and like you start working for them, and they hire you because they have a crush on you, and you have an affair. And this might be something you might have to apologize to a water sign, or even an earth sign. Okay. Now, something I'm just seeing here from your strengths, you could be leaving this particular job, which would be represented by the hermit here. You could be leaving this job, which would be working too much. And then you come to this new job with a water sign, possibly Scorpio, because these are 2 Scorpio cards. And you don't have to work so much. You can kind of be your own boss and make your own decisions. That's why it's showing as isolated. Okay. You have to take a little pay down, or you know what I mean, okay? And a pay cut, there we go. And this might be that water sign coming giving you that offer for that job. So somebody not want to work with you because they're jealous that the boss likes you. And then you may like, again, I'm seeing you're leaving one job and going to another. I see also leaving a relationship and going to another. So you could be leaving an earth sign for a water sign. I will just, on a shallow level, very surface level, air signs and water signs don't go, okay? But it all depends on the rest of your chart, okay? So just as a sun sign, they don't go. But I see not working together, leaving a team, and like somebody hires somebody and they don't really have the skills to get the job done. They were supposed to have had the talent and it's just not here. And with death, I see a complete transformation in work. So I'm thinking this is mostly a work reading for you guys. But there could be a little bit of love because I see some kind of affair. All right. Yep. King of Wands reverse. This is always a signal for change in boss. Could be you become the boss, or you leave being a boss and go work for someone else, a friend perhaps, or a romantic partner. The Pentacles, this is a business. Very traditional. And it is a little confining. So 8 of Swords here could just say that you were trapped at some place. But I'm seeing you're moving on. And then there's just a little bit of trouble in the obstacle or issue or fate. It's not a lot. And you may end up in a relationship too. It's like a business partnership. Could be family. A family could hire you. And that's why you could be getting hired because you know somebody. That's why I was seeing that. Okay. So it could be family as well. Or you're seen as you already have enough money. You're like a trust fund baby. And why are you here? Sun reversed. So if this is a job loss, okay. It could also be a temporary obstacle, and it does make you depressed. You're like, I don't know what's going on. I can't see the good. But this says job and love, whichever one applies to you or both, is around the corner. And with death here, it says always a silver lining. So something good's going to happen. And I just think there's somebody, a water sign, most likely a Scorpio, who's going to come in there and rescue you. All right, the High Priestess. There is an affair, okay? And it's probably gossip at work, too. Could be gossip about you being in an affair at work. High Priestess means secret mistress. And then we have 2 queens, okay? So there's a mistress when it comes to love. And we do have an affair card. Now, if you're having the affair, it may actually be a good thing for you because you end up being with your boss and you get a promotion. Or if you lose a job and you sleep with a friend, they give you a job at their business. Wow. Okay. Well, I'll just leave it at that. 7 of Cups reverse, giving into lust when you should be using your logic. This is, I'll turn this down a little bit because it's getting darker outside and it's harder to see. Okay. Hope that helped a little bit. This is also saying temporary passion with consequences. So I do see an affair. The consequences, there's 2 groups. Some of you are going to get promoted, like sleeping your way to the top. I hate to say that. It doesn't have to be sleeping, but I do see that for some people. It could just be knowing somebody. And others of you might lose your job or leave because of it. And you feel like you don't have any options and somebody comes in and saves the day. Just, when it comes to love, tell people exactly what you want. Like, these are standards, and if they don't abide by them, then you know to kick them to the curb. 5 of Wands reversed is giving up. It could be breakup as well as leaving a job. Possible firing, but just leaving a job. More positively, for those of you getting a promotion, I see money because this 5 of Wands leads to the 6 of Wands. So I think you do leave a job currently or in the near future, and you get a promotion. So that's why you're leaving. You no longer have to join the rat race. You get to stop being a workaholic. Lucky you. And you get that promotion. Now, some of you are getting married. Just, it's not very, because there's only a couple cards in here. But this would be your outcome, getting married. You feel a little trapped though, so be careful. And then this would be you find out there's a third party and so you call off the wedding. Because 7 of Cups, especially with the High Priestess, is temptation to cheat. And this is, with it in reverse, I see don't give in to the temptation to cheat on somebody. Okay. So there you go. This is your outcome. So it could be if you're getting married, all of a sudden the church isn't available anymore. Something like that happens. And some of you are if there's an affair, it's possibly because you feel stifled in your marriage. Wow, I like being kicked out of the house. And this Nine of Cups could be your actual reception. All right, but just not fighting anymore, leaving something to get something better. Last card, Strength reversed. I don't really like to end on this card because it's a depression card. And it's lack of forgiveness and not having courage, not being able to speak up. This could also be rumors because we have Seven of Swords. And it's like you can't stop the rumors. And this is also not working together. So we have two not working together cards. Not only is it coming up for you, but it's your outcome. But I think you're going somewhere better. It's like you have to leave something that's where the rumors are dominating you. They're dominating your thoughts. They're just dominating the work environment. And I'm seeing you having to leave just to kind of get some peace. Almost like you don't have the courage to stand up for yourself here. So maybe that's why you have so many people around you, is you're having to get other people to stand up for you. I'm not sure why that is. I'll pull a clarifier, but it's just a regular playing deck. Strength reversed here as part of the outcome. Okay. Seven of Cups. It's cheating. So it's like it really hurts you in some way, or you just become overcome with passion. And if this was a yes or no card, this would be a no. So I'm seeing like no to the Seven of Cups, no to cheating. It's like all your options might get taken away if you give in to that temptation. So there are dire consequences for an affair. Not be you doing it, okay? Maybe it's just letting you know death puts an end to things. So maybe what would help you ending an affair. Have you ever seen that movie, The End of the Affair? With, I think it's Ralph Fiennes and, I can't remember the redheaded lady's name. Anyway, it was so good. And I couldn't believe the character was telling God to leave him alone. I was like, because just, I don't know. I've always been a religious person. And then, but it was just so, I don't know. I guess I'm just an emotional person. So let's see what else. What are some steps Aquarians can take to avoid any kind of disaster? Because Ace of Swords reversed is saying either there is no disaster or a disaster you can't avoid. So let's see what we can do about that. It's so dark, and I do apologize. Diamonds are money. So Six of Pentacles. This is being fair and equal. Like not getting special favors, not giving them. Also, I see be vigilant. Okay, don't, if you are having an affair and you're just going to, then I see making sure you're being discreet. Okay, making that money. This is getting a payout too. But making sure to do everything with integrity and balance. Showing everybody, like not being biased. So some of you be the boss. And you might hire somebody in some instances. You know, all the roles can be played by different people. I'm just picking up what the roles are, and you have to put yourself where it is. So it's a two-way job here. I'm just one job. Okay. These are some steps. Okay. So I got the Ace of Swords. Okay, so now, I don't know if it's upright or not, but we got it again. So I think you do have to change your mind about something. This is always speaking your truth. So see, to be honest. Okay, Four of Cups. Could be rejecting or getting a missed opportunity, no longer rejecting. So you may have to reject a belief or a bias you might have. Also, Four of Cups is not working with people. So I'm seeing like turn it around so you would work with people. And then we have Seven of Wands. This is a teacher card again. It's also a 7, so I see completing a cycle. This is standing up for yourself, standing your ground. Even if you're a little scared, I see don't give up because, you're almost there. You're going to make it. I see the need to compete. And I was seeing not to do that just a little bit ago. So I mainly see just sticking to your guns, sticking to your beliefs, principles perhaps. Because there is some kind of a shadiness going on here. I don't know who's who. I'm seeing just make sure you're sticking to your principles be as ethical as you can. And ultimately, just do what you know your conscience feels is best. Okay? All right, Aquarians, good luck. Let me know how it goes. All right, be happy.